Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. D. Eric Body Beats. It's a vibe.
All right. It's the CARESNONE Be Dope podcast. I am your host, Chris CARESNONE, and I'm with my co-host, D. Eric Fisher. What's up, man?
What's going on, baby? Bye.
We got a special guest in
Yes,
the house.
we do.
Y'all know him as, actually, I know him as the Bulldog.
Really?
Steve Karl. What is it, episode 4?
I think so.
It's episode 4.
Yeah.
I was telling D. Eric earlier that our episode, we were wasted.
Like the first one. Yeah.
We was good.
I was nervous to watch it.
It was. Have you listened? Have you heard it since in a while?
I watched about half of it, and I was like, I wasn't proud.
It was funny though.
Yeah, yeah.
So this is a special episode because it's the first time we had 3 people live. Actually, I'm lying. The barbecue.
Yeah, we had a
I just
really
thought about
great
that.
time with the barbecue. That was a
So
really
never
good
mind.
one. Damn.
This is the second time.
Yeah.
It's the second time, and it's the first time I got y'all 2 together
Right.
Yep.
on the podcast.
Right.
And if for anybody who don't know, these are 2 of my favorite motherfuckers on earth right now. Steve's been my nigga for 100 years, and Derek's been. How long have I known you?
7, going on 8, I think, no? Almost 7 or 8. 7? I was 24, now I'm 32, so.
Right, damn. So even that like a little minute ago,
Yeah.
you know. So yeah, it's crazy. And then we also have Tom.
Hey,
show yourself, Tom. Show yourself, Tom.
Yeah.
We in the building.
Yes, we are.
This is a team. It's a team. We had a team of things. So hey, so here's what I wanted to bring y'all on for this reason. Outside, I like talking to y'all. Me and Steve have been. I want to give a gem to these fools. This book that I have just finished, called Atomic Habits by James Clear, is arguably one of the best things I've ever read in my life or listened to. And the thing, it's literally changing my life so far mentally. I feel like I had enough insight in this book that I feel like, whoa, this shit changed some shit. And I've been implementing the shit that I've gotten, and it's been working. Like, that's how vicious this book is. And I know you, and as a matter of fact, Steve, you were the one who told me about it.
Right, right. I was scrolling Twitter, and some guy I follow that I respect was.
Yeah, what did he say?
He just basically said that it was he credited to that changing his life, many years back when he first read this book, and I was like, I mean, that alone kind of intrigued me, just like what could be so, this guy's got his shit in order, and that, kind of was the launching pad for him. So I was like, talked to Chris and said, hey, we better check this thing out to see what it's about. And he hopped on it right away.
Yeah, right away.
You don't fuck around. You guys go to the audio, but go to the audio.
Man.
Still, it's 5.5 hours. So, I mean, not that that's crazy, but.
It was within, like, what? How quick was it?
2 days you were done with the thing, yeah.
Man, like, where I'm at in my life, I know that I get why reading is so fucking vicious. It's because you're downloading information directly to your brain. Mm-hmm. I wish I would have understood that when I was making fun of this shit in high school and joking around and fucking around. And like, no, we should have been reading this whole time. That whole time. And I don't even fuck with the Game of Thrones, those kind of books. Like, no, learn some shit. Oh, if I would have known now.
Yeah, just people have been through so much shit, and they just give you
They just give you a game.
Yeah, right.
For $12. Mm-hmm. And a lot of times, and now it's free a lot of times on YouTube. And people aren't taking advantage of that shit.
Yeah.
And it's just like, how do we get people to do you agree with taking in knowledge right now is like the best thing that you could do?
Knowledge is always the best thing you can do.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I've been a slave to entertainment for some time, but
yeah,
we all have, right?
Definitely, I feel like there's some lost opportunity there that I've jagged a lot of time.
Do you feel equal? Would you rather learn some shit, or would you rather not learn some shit?
Say that again.
Would you rather learn something? Like, where do you get the most, better question, where do you get the most fulfillment, when you're learning something or when you're not learning something?
I mean, I know what I'm supposed to say.
Be honest.
I know.
What do you get the
right
most
answer
fulfillment?
is
That's a good question.
Is learning, but it's a process, having to kind of overcome those temptations, and I definitely want to be on the side of learning and have that be the driving force of my free time, but often, I still struggle with that. So
So
this book
what is
kind of
that?
cleared that up a little bit.
What is that then? The learning? Do we not want to learn?
No, you want to learn, but like again, like I could. We
Or
always
just,
had
it's
the
just a
option.
relaxed type of thing where it's like a non-concentration type of thing, maybe?
Essentially, yep.
Yeah.
I'm just saying we've
Yeah,
always had the
like,
option to read a book or to watch TV, and for 90% of my life, I've chosen to
Yeah,
watch TV.
same
It's a
here.
game. Maybe, I guess, yeah, I see that.
But what's helped
Because,
me?
reading can be, like, even when we talk about, you mentioned Game of Thrones, that can still open up somebody's imagination to do something else.
For sure.
Like, I think reading is just something, or not even reading, because literally, excuse me, I've read all my life as a kid and whatnot.
You
but-
stopped reading. I remember that. We talked about
Well, I
that.
stopped reading for a while because I just wanted to dissect some different type of information for a while. I feel like I was just, and I went to college of reading, so you just getting all these professors and shit. It's like, I just want some real world knowledge for a change. So I stopped reading for a while. But even right now, with the type of read I do now, it's not really reading, it's audiobooks. So I'm still receiving information. It's just about what information we're
That you're
trying
receiving.
to receive.
Yeah, that's what it comes down
It's
to.
like, these
how
are
do you-
all ways
So
in
how
which
do
to
you?
receive.
To me, that's learning versus not learning.
Right.
I guess you could still say, well, I'm learning how to, about Game of Thrones.
But I was gonna say it's been a lot of things throughout history that we've called not learning that are now making kids rich and shit. So
Good point. Yeah, like video games.
yeah, and that's
Right.
gonna be the biggest thing in the world in the next 5 years. So our whole world is gonna look like a fucking video game. So
Tom,
I don't know.
Are you a reader?
Not really. Not really. I'm an audiobook kind of guy too. I'm an audiobook kind of guy.
Okay,
too.
so you download information though.
Yes.
All right. So I guess that's more of but all information. What am I trying to say?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm trying to say? Like this self-development, learn something to improve yourself versus the Netflix, the 2K. You know what I'm saying?
It
And
doesn't matter
I've
where-
done all that shit.
Doesn't matter where you're trying to go. Watching shows on Netflix ain't going to get you closer to that versus so what it might be.
That's kinda
for
what I
you.
mean.
It might be self-development. For someone else, it might be engineering or art or whatever it is that they want to learn about. Learn about that. But
Unless you're like De'Eric is in films, so then that would make sense where you would actually get some benefit if you need it.
yeah, I
for
think
the
most
shit.
of this shit is just about application. You have to, lean into the shit that you like. If you like Netflix, maybe you should do some shit with movies.
Right.
Like, just lean into the shit that you like more. I think it's more about application, not really don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. Just apply. Like, lean into shit more.
Especially if you're young.
Oh, if you're 90, apply. Like, let's go. We got
But
this shit till
I
we
would
die.
argue that the younger you are, the more risk you should be able to take, right?
sure, I agree with that.
Especially if you like accumulating wealth. We talk about this all the time. Like the reason why like it might be harder for someone who's been 50, 60 years old to consider Bitcoin is because, well, I got my wealth in this. Y'all, there's some new shit. I ain't trying to risk it to lose it.
Chilling.
You know what I'm saying? So I can understand, like, well, no, this is some new shit, some
for sure.
change, and we got our shit over here. Like, we about to let y'all come up, and they don't really have a choice. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'd rather be. It feels like, and don't get me wrong, I'll still. And what I've done is I found a way to turn my entertainment into learning. So like I try to do it at the same time.
Right.
So I try to learn things from entertaining situations, if that makes any sense. So like YouTube, I'm on YouTube a lot, and some people could look at that as like you just watching entertainment. But I choose to look at the shit on YouTube, still on my phone doing the shit, but information that like I feel like I'm downloading.
Right.
And from like for instance, the Social Proof podcast, that's just entertaining to me, But I don't really like fuck with Joe Rogan. When's the last time you listened to a podcast outside of ours?
Outside of ours?
Yeah.
I listen to podcasts all the time still.
So what was the last podcast you listened to?
Probably the $1 million worth of game one.
Okay.
With excuse me, not that one. I just watched one this morning actually, All the Smoke with Jalen Rose.
Oh, that's probably good.
That was a really good one. He got a solid mind. I like him.
What was the last podcast you watched or listened to?
Like the All In podcast. It's like financial stuff.
Wait, you holding out on me, nigga? Is it good?
It's all right. They talk about current events and finance.
Do you watch or do you listen?
Listen. I always listen. I've never even watched this.
What?
I
You've
only
never
listen.
watched an episode?
No, I only listen.
Yeah, I'd
See,
rather
different people, but I love that. Everybody has their own mode.
I definitely watch most, but sometimes some situations you can't. Like if I'm in my car, I'm listening to it, obviously. But I feel like I'd rather watch the podcast. Because it's so much more. Like you see more of it.
Just typically when I'm watching a podcast, I'm on the move or on the go or whatever, and then you're driving or whatever.
Probably doesn't have time to sit down and watch something.
That's bullshit. I do have time, unfortunately. I can say that, but I just jag it in other ways.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I could have rolled.
I
could have rolled with that, but no.
I tried.
I got time. I got all the
But
time.
I'm glad
We all
you
got
have that
time.
for people who that's for, though.
And I think I'd say the majority of people listen to podcasts.
I would say so.
Yeah, because I know my numbers for this podcast are way higher for listening than they are for watching.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the minority like to watch it.
Yeah.
What about you, Tom? What was the last podcast you watched or listened to?
Yours.
Oh. But hey, that was a stipulation.
I like watching. You know, I'm kind of.
So you're watching.
I'm like you, that I like watching something, and I feel like it's almost like you can engage with it a little bit more and kind of see the way people are talking and looking at each other and stuff like that. There's an extra element in there.
Yeah. Another podcast. I like so name some of your favorites.
Yeah, shout out to the podcast.
Yeah. Let's get podcast some love in this
and
bitch.
they really did
Yeah,
the thing
Steve.
this year.
I don't listen to that many podcasts, to be honest with you. Yeah.
That's all right.
guys
We're
go
gonna
around,
get to
let me
it.
think.
20.
All right, so you go ahead, D.
So let's get a shout out to let me see. Actually, it's funny because the last restaurant job that I worked for, which I'm glad I got out of that after 2020, but the last one I worked for, I walk in my restaurant and all the smoke is just up in flame. Like Kevin Garnett is there. He's the guest. And then it's Steven Jackson and Matt Barnes. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? My manager's like, yeah, we just got these people in here and they're doing something. I'm like, wait, do you know this is a podcast that I just got through watching last night? And this is the guest going. I'm like, excuse me. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. So shout out to All the Smoke, $1 Million Worth of Game. What other ones do I watch? I actually like Gary V's. He has a good one that I've been watching with
What's
the
that
NFTs.
shit called?
I don't know what his is called though.
The Gary V Experience, I think.
Experience, something like that. Yeah, I've been really getting into his heavy because of the NFT.
He's got
market.
so much content.
Yeah, he's got a lot. He's got content in
he's
general.
the GOAT of content.
Yeah.
God
Yeah,
damn.
he has a lot of content. But who else? Go fire some too.
I'm going to pull mine up while you're...
Yeah, I got to pull mine.
No,
up.
I know. I'm the one. So
That's the ones I watched recently.
the Social Proof podcast is the one I probably watched the most recently.
Mm-hmm.
That's with David Shands and I forgot the other.
Oh,
chicks.
Earn Your Leisure is one of my
Leisure's
top
good.
ones too. That's really one of my top ones. I like that one, $1 Million Worth of Game, a lot.
Earn Your Leisure. I hit them up sometimes, but Social Proof is my personal favorite podcast. Charlemagne the God and not the Breakfast Club.
He's
got two of them.
He's got one with what's his,
Andrew Schultz.
yeah, with Andrew Schultz.
It's called Brilliant Idiots.
Brilliant Idiots. That's a good one too.
So that's a great
and
podcast.
Andrew Schultz has one by himself too.
with his boys called Flagrant 2.
Right.
And they're actually brilliant.
My boys. I'm sorry. 85 South show. Those are my boys with DC Young Fly, Carlos
I
Miller.
never
Oh
fuck with
my
them.
God. They have a great laid back show that's really cool. It's really
Funny?
cool. Funny. It's cool, it's funny, it's everything. It's very real. I love it.
What about you, Tom? What are your favorite podcasts?
I'm pretty bad. Like I said, I don't really listen to a whole bunch of them, but I obviously watch a lot of Gary V's stuff. I feel like he did a lot for the content game. Kind of
Absolutely.
maybe, I don't want to say paved the way for podcasting, but just that everybody should be kind of producing their own stuff a little bit more. So I respect that. Honestly, I don't have anything else, man. I don't know.
Gary V is a good one.
I'm sleeping on the podcast game.
Gary V is definitely one of my favorite people on the internet.
He's got I don't know. I go through cycles with him. I love him. And
He's
then
kind of annoying at this point.
sometimes he wears on you for a little while.
Yeah, you're right. You just got to go like this
Yes,
with him.
when you
But
need
he'll
him,
get you
he's there
back.
for
He's
you.
there for you.
He'll catch you when you need him.
Right.
But damn,
And that's okay with people.
Yeah,
When people are, you take their strength and you use them when you can, and that's that. But you can't have.
And to be honest, if that person is authentic, they would probably be all about that.
Yeah.
Go do what you're trying to do.
Absolutely.
No, podcasts have been
love it.
transformative for my life.
The Knuckleheads with Q Rich and D Miles, that started me off really well with the podcast.
What about the dude, Pat McAfee? What was the contract he just got?
Oh yeah, 300 something million.
For a podcast. He beat Rogan then.
Yeah, he's I don't know.
His shit was worth that much?
Yeah. And he just started giving it away like crazy, to.
Yeah, what
everyone
did he say?
He did a 12-minute thank you video basically where he just showed gratitude to anybody who's helped him throughout the way, and he started it when he was a little kid, from his parents to all the way through the Colts organization. he just started giving. I mean, I'm telling high school, this person. Then he went and put this board up on the wall and gave out another like $2 million to fans. But they like threw a painted football against the wall with a bunch of people's names from Twitter and just gave him $250,000, $100,000.
Oh, crazy!
I mean, he signed a deal for $300,000. It's like whatever. I don't remember what it is a year. $60 million a year, something like that. And I think he gave away like 35 of it, like day one.
That's kind of boss shit.
Yeah, just
that's got. I mean, how many people doing that?
yeah. And he's got his homies in this little warehouse that he built basically, and he clutched all them, and it's cool. It's a good story for sure. And I mean, talk about walking away from something. You know, he's a professional athlete in his prime. He just says, you know, I'm good.
All right, this brings me to a good point. We've debated this off camera, and I'm gonna get you two involved. How do you feel about people who show that they're doing something on camera for people? Like charity, but on camera.
Like you walking down the street and you give somebody $50, but you record it.
And you record it. Is that good or bad? How do you feel about that?
Let me.
All right.
All right, come on, yeah, break it down.
No, let me sleep on it for a second. I don't really know because I don't really know if I have an opinion.
How do you feel about that, Tom?
I'm the same way. It's like I got to think about that because I think that it's still better to do it than not. But if you're doing it for the publicity or the clout or the like, look at me, I'm doing a good thing. That kind of skews it. So, and
I've heard the argument that some people would still say, well, at least that person's getting help.
Right.
Yeah.
So somebody
at the end of the day, that's the real world thing that happened.
You really
It's
can't
an interesting-
argue that. If it's black and white, if it's I'm gonna do it because it's coming on camera or I'm not doing it,
right?
Do it. The question is, do you have to put it on camera to make yourself feel? Is it for you or is it for them? That's the question.
Or does it matter if it's being done?
That's what I'm saying.
Because the people who are going to complain, you didn't do it, so.
Right. That's what I'm saying. At the end of it, I think it's a harder question. It ain't so easy.
I've seen that story go different ways. I think I saw this one kid, I don't know if it's on Netflix or something, but he won some money through a sponsor. He was on a YouTuber, I think, and he gave the money to a homeless guy, and he recorded it himself on YouTube doing it, and then it blew up, and then they got some donations to him again, and then he ended up doing it again to someone else, and it became like a big ass thing. So
you talking about Mr. Beast?
Mr. Beast? I was
gonna say, is that Mr.
bad.
Beast?
It's essentially what Mr. Beast does.
Right.
So is that what we're saying that Mr. Beast is
right?
But Mr. Beast is doing it. Okay, so I guess my question is, it's more Mr. Beast doesn't really go to people that are like in despair, right?
No, I think he blew up from the despair situation.
If we're talking about the same person,
maybe.
Yeah,
Okay.
if the first person he was,
my kid's been binging this thing, so I've about seen every episode in the in the last.
Yeah, but probably not those first
not
ones.
the early
Yeah,
ones. Right?
I saw the very first one that I saw a documentary.
Are you sure we're
on
talking about the same guy?
It's just like regular looking white kid, just like.
Just
I'm gonna pull up a picture.
Pull him up.
Yeah. Pull him up because I'm like, Mr. Beast, like watching him do it. It
He has a
doesn't
documentary.
seem so
If it's
fucked
him,
up.
he has a documentary that I watched, and I was like, "This is incredible," but it's exactly what you're saying, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So he may have started with that, but I feel like it's somewhat progressed.
It did
to now
progress.
where he's clutching his boys, which is cool. Again, it's cool, and there is certainly an appetite for it in the world. People it's
Clearly
very
it's
enjoyable
entertaining.
to watch.
Yeah, it's super enjoyable.
It really
I'm
is.
more-
It was
Yeah,
when
watching
I watched
people
that
get
documentary, I was like, "Oh
clutched.
shit, this is
you,
cool."
like, put your hands on a Lamborghini. Last one to let up gets it. You know that kind of
Yeah.
stuff. Cool. I'm more saying where we kind of got onto this conversation. I think is like, so you go up to, a homeless person on the street and you make this big production about how you're giving them $100. I don't know. To me, it's like a little demeaning to them, like to a certain extent, like you're using them as a prop almost.
Well, yeah, if you're choosing to use them as a prop, then
make sure you smile when I give you this $100.
right. It's
hey, you're not doing it for the if that's the intent behind it, then yeah.
No, but some people will still argue who gives
People
a
are
fuck.
always gonna still argue.
No, of course, yeah. I'm just debating, just for thought,
Yeah, I
food
got
for thought.
I really don't think there's an answer to this. Like you can't. No one could. On
Yeah,
both sides,
I
could
I
never
think
answer.
there is an answer. If you if you're not doing it, then shut the
Motherfucker.
fuck up. Because like if you're not out there doing it, then what do you have to say? I don't honestly. If you're not giving this person $100, that's the real thing that's being done in the real world. So all of your opinion and the story that you want to tell and how you want it to be done,
that's
if
the
you didn't do
argument.
it, shut the fuck
I guess
up.
the other question though is it even happening sometimes?
Right, that is true too.
Like, give my goddamn shit back.
It's the state. I'll give you
Nigger.
I'm gonna give you $5, but on camera I'm gonna give you $100.
That reminded me when I was playing Grand Theft Auto, and then you know how you could have sex with the prostitute in the game?
Yeah.
And you have to pay them?
Yeah.
And then you would walk away, and then I would kill her and get the money back. It was a video game.
Are you sure you want that on video recording? Audio recording?
It was a video game. I didn't do shit wrong.
They allowed it. That's great.
I mean, I could do it in a video game.
Oh, that's crazy.
I can't get in trouble for
That's funny.
a damn video game.
No, it's a video game.
But if anything, I guess you could break down my psychology. Am I a fucked up person? He's like, oh yeah, kind of, yeah.
Fuck the world.
No, but I wanted to talk about what were we talking about?
Atomic Habits.
Yes, that was the original point.
Yeah.
Game changer, you guys.
Yeah, I've been getting into it and essentially like an overview. I mean, there's many different chapters and a bunch of stuff it covers, but like one that was resonating with me, it was talking about how everyone has these habits, and it's kind of not what you think. And as far as like if you want to make a change or something, let's say people will set like a goal per se, like I want to lose weight or whatever, and that's the goal, and they don't create like how do you say it? Like basically you don't create the habits to get there. You just are focused on the goal, and thus you never do get there.
Right. So his whole thing is you have to master the art of showing up.
Yeah.
So instead of thinking about, and we were talking about earlier, instead of looking at the goal as like I want to lose 40 pounds, become the person who goes to the gym every day, or you know what I'm saying? Or instead of, see, here's the problem with habits is in order to create new ones, they got to be worth it. We have to get
attractive is what they say.
Right. It's attractive. Right. But the problem is if you go balls to the wall when you first start something, it takes a lot of willpower to continue that way. Especially when you're an extremist like me. I'm kind of an extremist. And I've always thought, like, if I'm going to beat a habit, I want to beat it where it's in my face. You know, I've always said, like, if I'm a coke addict, put the cocaine right here and don't snort it. Then you really winning. And that can work. But what I'm realizing is my brain, it also works for me now from 10 plus years, and I still don't win it every time. So what about the person who's just starting off?
Right.
According to this book, it makes sense to start smaller. So let's say you want to go to the gym. Don't go to the gym and knock out an hour and a half straight. Just go to the gym. Don't even do shit. Just now you get into the habit of just physically going to the gym. Become the person that goes to the gym. Not don't I'm gonna go to the gym 30 times. You see what I'm saying?
I like the part where they were talking about like habit stacking or whatever, something where it's like, this one resonated with me where if you want to do something, right, you have to combine it with something that you need to do essentially. So let's say you're like, I want to watch the Bulls game tonight. Well, you'd be like, first you need to like make 3 sales calls to, cold calls, or I need to edit a video or whatever. So you edit your video and then you do this, and then you use.
No, yeah.
So you essentially are training your brain to like with something positive, like that's it. Like, okay, I'm going to make these sales calls, which I don't want to do, but then I'm going to get rewarded with something I do want to do. And then after you start implementing things like that, I guess the way that your brain works with the dopamine and all that is like you eventually associate the sales calls with what you like to do, and then you like to, it just kind of works out that way. It's
interesting.
It's interesting. Yeah.
What's been helping? What the big thing that I got from this book was identifying your habits, the cues.
Yeah.
Right. That was the thing that I'm like, oh, because if I ask you what a habit is, most people would just say it's something you do without thinking. But it's actually so much deeper than that. Like what we're actually doing, and a lot of times when we give in temptation, what we're really doing is going from one state of mind and we're trying to reach another, a different one. Mm-hmm. So that's like right now, if I see a donut, me eating that donut would make me feel better. So when you do these habits and you're trying to just change your state. And once I understood that, I'm like, that is true, because every time I want to feel better, especially with me in food, I feel like I feel better in the moment when I get that little hit of dopamine because it's sugar and it's addictive, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like, oh, but now I'm like, that's what I'm chasing. I'm not chasing the food.
The other thing I was saying that was crazy is that you're not actually, like, the hit of dopamine isn't from doing it, it's the anticipation.
The anticipation.
Right, which is crazy to think about, but it'd be like, if you want to eat like this awesome steak, like the lead up to that is what's going to get you all worked up, but actually it's not that entertaining.
You know what's funny? we say this every Sunday for football.
Yeah.
It's the up until you get the most dopamine, and then once it hits, it kind of goes down a little bit. It's still great, but not that like a.
Same with the vacation. Like you anticipate the fuck out of it, but like it's almost like the vacation itself can never match up with the anticipation of it. It's how it is for me.
That's how it feels. It just in life though. But that's why I say like that's why you gotta fuck with the process.
Yeah, the process, the story of it all is really that's the main thing. That's the main part. That's your life though. That's your life. Your life is the most important thing. I think, like, when you mention vacations, I think it's kind of interesting because you're right. In the moment, you really don't it doesn't seem like it hit as much as you being like, damn, I'm really in Egypt, or I'm really in this, I'm really in that.
Right.
But it's when you get to look back at it as a
reflection
story
of
and
it
you're
too,
like,
yeah.
damn, I was in fucking Egypt, or I was in Puerto Rico, or whatever you're going to go to. But yeah, it's funny how that works.
Weird.
It's really, you really in the moment.
hard
It's
to
just
live in the
about the
moment.
process and shit.
Now I'll tell you this about living in the motherfucking moment. It is one of those things that you have to practice at it. I think
For sure.
And I'm telling you, as y'all know, and people know, I've been trying to I've been meditating, and a lot. I actually did an hour like not that long ago. But it started off, which kind of brings me to this book. I started off literally with like 2 minutes. Remember, I told you I just did 2 minutes. I didn't even realize I was doing it. But one of the things that he did in the book is tell people just to start small. And I don't think we give credit to just starting. They say that the heaviest door at the gym, or the heaviest weight at the gym, is the front door. And
Right.
that kind of is, that's like, oh shit, that's true. Hey. My bad for interrupting the podcast, but I gotta throw a little bit of love to CARESNONE.com. You can go in there and get links to the social medias. You got your Instagrams, you got your TikToks, you got your YouTubes, you got all kind of stuff on there. You got links to the wing review. You got links to the audio and video version of the podcast. All kind of stuff on there. And most importantly to me, which is very important to me, is you get your merchandise on there. You can get you a B-Dope shirt just like this. Join the movement. There's a lot of people joining this movement right now. You should be a part of it. And I would really appreciate if you'd be a part of it. This serves as a daily reminder to be the best version of yourself and not give a damn about what these other people think about what it is you want to do to be the best version of yourself. And for the people watching this right now, use promo code PODCAST and you'll get 20% off your order right now. Right now. For all the people who are watching the podcast, you get 20% off right now. Promo code PODCAST. Thank you. See you next time. Now back to the podcast. Like, you're like, fuck, I gotta go. But then once if you can find the way to just get over that initial few, it's all it takes is just a few of those, just do it. And what else he said that really fucked with me is every time you make a decision, that's like a vote for the person you want to become. And that hit me so home because it's like, oh, so if you do that, you're voting on you want that guy that you know that this will lead you to. And then I'm like, oh, and it was like
hitting you with
it was
gems.
like pure
Just
accountability.
gems. Yeah.
When
Metaphor game on point.
When he makes
that.
so clear in your brain, and then so if you are making decisions that you know you shouldn't, you have to maybe consider if you really want that. Is the way I'm looking at it. You might not want what you think you want because you ain't doing that. Because you're voting because if you wanted that, you would do it. And here's how I know, because if the stakes were high enough, you'd do it. Like, for instance, I got to take medicine every day, right? Guess who's never missed a day from the jump, from the first day, never missed a day. But
Why is that? Yeah, right.
because I know the stakes is. So it's just like we got to find a way to get the stakes, make people's stakes, feel bigger,
Make themselves feel more valuable than they feel about themselves.
which
yeah.
just comes down to self-worth, right?
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. Would you say self-improvement is the biggest form of self-love?
Yeah. I can say that. Yeah.
Now, is that a bad thing?
What, self-improvement? Never.
See, some people will say like, well, it's so
Self-improvement.
narcissistic. You know what I'm saying? Some people because I go kind of hard on me.
Yeah.
And this is devil's advocate, but some people say, why are you so focused on you?
You know what's interesting? I was listening to Vlad TV. He's a Vlad. So I was listening to Vlad. He was interviewing Raekwon the chef from Wu-Tang. And he was talking about the documentary that they have out and whatnot. And he was just having some little discrepancies with it. And he was talking about RZA, who was the producer of it all, going with like a younger crowd versus making a movie, like a Tupac movie or something like that. And he was like, narcissistic RZA, he wanted to take control and kind of have it be towards the younger generation. So he used the younger actors, blah, blah, blah. And I was just thinking, it's funny how like a lot of the people who are super creative of the world, we always call them narcissistic. It's just interesting how how that is, like when they're the ones who are the producers or the productions or the orchestrators. It's like they're the narcissistic. And I was also watching this interview recently with 50 Cent, and he was saying how let me get it right. He was saying like, damn, I just caught it. Let me get back to that. But no, with the narcissistic shit. So he was saying that when you have something like tunnel vision, people they mistake that for like narcissism. Because it's like I'm just gonna bulldoze, and you know how 50 think he's a fucking gorilla, so I'm just gonna bulldoze everything out of my way that I can't see. So people think you're narcissistic, but really I'm just focused. So it was kind of interesting, two ways of thinking about it. Sorry that took so long.
But no, hold on. I personally feel pretty into me. You know, I feel pretty narcissistic. However, with at the same time equally giving a fuck about everybody else.
Yeah.
Like, I focus on me more than anything on this planet. But in some weird way for me personally, it kind of registers me focusing on other people.
Right. And I think that's just naturally how your narcissism works. Like, your self-improvement is by...
Like people in general or me personally?
I think narcissism...
like, who me?
Personal.
Yeah, I mean, I think narcissism can be, maybe it's... We can define it. We can even look up the definition of it. Whatnot.
Yeah. Hey, Tom, could you show us tell us the definition of
let's
narcissism?
Because I think it can be. I think we can put it in different forms. We have a negative connotation towards it, but I think it can be.
Well, let's see what the official definition is.
It is excessive interest or admiration in oneself or one's physical appearance.
Is that
the physical appearance?
Yeah, or your physical appearance.
Oh, so it can be either or. Okay.
No side definition at all.
So like, wait. I'm the most narcissistic nigga of all time.
I mean, there's more. There's more.
There's more.
I mean, there's selfishness involving a sense of entitlement, lack of empathy, a need for admiration, and yeah, a bunch of stuff. Self-centered, failure to distinguish self from external objects. Yeah.
Ooh, damn. I guess maybe my definition of narcissism is a little shy.
I think that first one is perfect, but then the other ones, that's like what other people like. It was kind of fucked up. A lot of those are fucked up words, right?
Yeah.
So is that what narcissism is? Then is that what the?
See, I try not to look at it from. I try to look at it from the lens. I try to look at it from the lens of what it is, and just focus in oneself.
Like focus on oneself. That's how you.
But that doesn't necessarily mean that. That's what I'm saying. That alone is. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. You know.
If that's what we're defining narcissism as.
But that was the number one thing on the definition. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like but there was other ones, and some of them was like, I don't feel selfish, but
that's what I'm.
That's what I'm saying. It's a hard question.
That's a hard thing to focus on oneself and not be selfish.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? We live in a society where it's hard to define what focusing on yourself in a healthy way is.
That's a good question.
We call it narcissism. We're like, oh shit, we got to define it and look up the definition. Like we don't have a word for that shit.
You mean like focusing on oneself?
Yeah, a healthy word where we don't have to debate like what's the definition of focusing on yourself. I mean, what's the word that we would use?
Do you think that humans would just find a way to just argue about anything though?
Yeah, of course.
But we just
of course. You saw that movie? We just watched that Leo movie, right?
Oh,
Don't Look Up.
Don't Look Up. Did you see that?
Oh,
have you seen it?
So my girlfriend and her mom are literally at the house as we're doing this, watching it right now. So, yeah, they're
it's good.
I was like, I don't know what movie.
But yeah, people will argue about literally a comet coming to Earth and what to do with it. So
wait, but first of all, can we shout out Leonardo DiCaprio?
Yeah, he's Shakespearean.
Steve, do you like Leonardo DiCaprio?
I do.
All right, who's your top 5 actors or actresses? Well, I guess now it's all actors. I don't want to get canceled. No, I really think you call even the women actors. So, who's your top 5 just actors?
Women. Wait, they don't get their own.
Hey, I don't know. Maybe they're.
I don't even care. Who are my top 5?
Your top 5 people who do the thing of acting.
Man, that's tough because
I'm not ready for this. Don't ask me.
This is deep
Oh,
because you got to pick your genres. Like I like comedy. I'm big on comedy.
How about this? Better question. The most influential on your soul.
Okay, so
is that easier?
Like a real like
who you fuck with? Your boy. When you see him, you get happy. That's what I'm coming down. When you see him, you're like, I gotta go see that.
I think Denzel.
Denzel's a monster.
Yeah, I think Denzel's probably probably my number one.
So like when the Denzel shit comes out, you're like, I want to see it.
yeah.
He's a beast.
He's a wonderful actor.
What about you? Same thing?
Who do I have to see? How about that? Like, who do you have to see if their shit comes out?
Yeah. Name a few people. Like if you see their name, you got. All right, is that easy?
I gotta, yeah.
Oh shit!
Y'all know me. I
motherfucker.
like to make it vicious.
Right.
Vin Diesel.
No.
I was about to say, for real?
I mean, hey, I like Vin
I
Diesel.
watch the Fast and Furious. That's all he
You
does.
actually really like Fast and Furious.
I do.
You know you don't have the greatest taste in movies.
That's what you say, but
Hey.
Bro, the people that like Fast and Furious are the ones that aren't into cars at all.
oh yeah.
Every time I have a friend that's like, he's so into
Yeah,
it, and
you
I'm
don't
like,
talk
bro,
about
you don't
cars.
even know what's happening. Like, it's not even about the cars anymore. But I can't.
So ridiculous.
Wait,
It's not even the cars,
out
right?
of space,
Not
right?
really.
No,
There's like no
in
cars.
The last one that I watched, I think Ludacris and
No cars.
I think it was Ludacris and Tyrese
Eating.
sent somebody in a car with a rocket strapped to the car into outer space, and it was like kind of trying to be serious. Like it was the or maybe they were launched into there by like the hillbilly version of Paul Walker. I don't know. It was crazy. They like lost.
So
their fucking mind.
it has nothing to do with you double shifting your gift,
No.
your gear change.
The early ones I really liked, but none of it.
What about the
was
one
ever
that was in
about
Tokyo?
Tokyo Drift?
How you like that? I don't know how I feel
Bow
about
Wow.
Tokyo Drift. Yeah, like Tokyo Drift.
That was with Bow Wow, right? Oh yeah, Bow Wow went to outer space. Maybe. No, he was on the one. I don't know.
Yeah, he was in Tokyo Drift.
That one confused me. Like they go back in time.
Yeah,
I know movies
like,
do that.
yeah.
Like,
He said, I want to
that
fuck
one
with that
landed
movie.
somewhere in the middle, and it all came together recently. But
They probably made a lot of money on that trilogy. Or
Trilogy,
trilogy. It's like a
shit.
nilogy. What do you call it? The
Trilogy.
millogy. Yeah, millogy.
they're not done yet.
Wait, and now it's so vicious. It's not. It's like just The Rock now. It's like their own thing. Like Shabs and Hobb, or what is this shit called?
I don't even.
Hobbs
I
and Shaw.
stopped watching that shit.
Shabs and Hall.
Shabs and Hall.
The Hall. No. But I'll tell you who the top 5 is right now.
Let's hear.
The best of all time is Denzel Washington.
Okay.
The second best of all time, in my heart, is Edward Norton.
Oh wow, that's off the grid. Okay.
He can act his ass off,
Okay.
and he's played like. And so how about this? What makes a good actor? Before I answer that, because we might have different things. What makes you a good actor? What would you say is a great actor?
That's a great question.
Someone who like. To me, it would be someone who you just believe that, like, you don't even see them as the celebrity, you see them as the character the most. Like, you, like, lose yourself. in
Denzel
that.
plays the same damn guy every time too. So
That we were just talking about that.
Yeah.
He's typecast.
That's so many actors that just play the
oh
same
yeah, for
role.
sure. It's
Yeah,
kind of
that's
smart,
true.
I guess. Let them get locked in.
Just be who you are. You know who was Vince Vaughn was like the king of that shit. When's the last time when he done some shit?
I don't even know if he's alive.
He killed his ass. Did he make it through the pandemic?
I thought he was hilarious.
Yeah.
Did you like Vince
Oh
Vaughn?
yeah, he's funny.
Yeah, he had a style.
What about
He like a Dane Cook.
what about Will Ferrell?
That's my boy.
I love Will Ferrell.
Yeah?
I gotta see his shit. I will say I gotta see his shit when it
Tom,
comes
you
out.
fuck with Will
There's-
Ferrell?
It's funny. So Christmas we watched Elf, right? And my girlfriend's dad was just like ripping into Will Ferrell, and I was just like, I don't think he's that bad, but he's again got very much like his own kind of sense of humor, and I don't. He's getting a little old, and that's like his thing. Like he just plays the old person in these movies,
Oh,
you know, and that's like Step Brothers and stuff like that. He's just like the
old person.
the old guy that's like
Yeah.
still a kid, which. I don't know. It sits a little weird with me.
Oh,
but
it
I
ain't,
like
it ain't working as good no more?
Interesting.
We were
I didn't
talking
think
about
that anymore.
Yeah.
I remember I grew up with the Jim Carrey days.
That's one of
So
my goats. Actually.
He's kind of fallen off a little bit, but Jim Carrey, old school Jim Carrey, that
I
might
like
be up
that
there for
in
me.
you.
Did you ever see 23?
That's a
You
good
ever
one,
see
actually.
23?
I didn't actually.
I thought that was like, it was like full serious. Full
Yeah, it
serious
was.
Jim Carrey. And I was like, damn, I don't even know if the movie was good, but I just appreciated his performance as what I thought was a comedian.
Right.
And I'm like, okay, because some people, you just get caught in just being the funny guy.
Yeah.
And some people get out of it.
Yeah. Kevin Hart just did a movie recently, actually. For
You talking about
that
the
very
show or the
purpose.
movie?
Well, show. You can call it that. I'm sorry.
I watched it.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
I loved it.
Kevin Hart.
I love this transition.
It's the show,
on that
right?
one. Yeah. It's the series. Yeah. you
What's
can
it
call
called?
that. I forgot.
Like Truth or something? Or
It's
Damn.
something simple.
What? Tom, could you let the news? I'm probably gonna get this.
Don't struggle with it. Let Google handle it.
Yeah. I want to like use my brain too, though. I be trying to use my brain because I know it's about to just go to dust one day.
Is this like a comedy thing?
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Actually, it's not a comedy.
Is it called True Story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But it's called True Story.
True Story, which is funny because he plays like this mega comedian.
Who is it?
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley Snipes is his brother.
I think you like it's good, and it's like there's a few funny scenes, but it's like actually serious, and I think he could at least get nominated for some shit. I believe that.
That's what he's kind of going for. And
Check it out.
Like crushed it.
Yeah, he was
And I've
kinda
never
going
been
for
a
that.
big fan of his movies like that. Have you?
I love that. Well,
Kevin Hart movies?
I like Kevin
He's
Hart.
one of my ghosts too. So I love a lot of his movies actually.
Yeah.
See, yeah, I feel like I like
very good.
his personality.
Like Soul Plane, how did you come on?
That shit was
That
funny.
was okay. That was okay.
I was just watching
Soul Plane
Paper
was
Planes,
good.
Paper Soldiers, or something like his first movie actually. Like I love Kevin. I've been watching him since I was
Hey,
early 2000.
for Will Ferrell, to me, the best movie that he made was Kicking and Screaming. I don't know if you've seen that. If you have not,
best Will
you need to
Ferrell
watch
movie.
That shit is.
I think I
hilarious.
have
Kicking
seen
and
it, and I don't
Screaming?
remember
He's the
it.
coach for a Pee-wee soccer team.
Okay,
and
yeah, remind me.
Sounds good.
and his next door neighbor.
Way too old to be doing it? Yeah, that sounds
You know
good.
what? You know what? I gotta reevaluate this Will Ferrell shit. You're not lying.
His
Actually.
next door neighbor's Mike Ditka, and Mike Ditka becomes his
I did see
assistant
this.
coach.
I did see this.
That's so funny.
That's funny though.
I did see that now. Yeah, he's definitely a GOAT.
Yeah.
He's definitely a GOAT. What about his boy? The nigga,
J.C. Riley, or
he's
John C. Riley,
and together they are perfect. Is there a better combo in
Talladega
comedy?
Nights they were in. Yeah, that was good.
What was better, Talladega Nights or Step Brothers?
I like Step Brothers personally better.
I think I would go Talladega barely. They're both really good.
Did you see both of them, Tom?
I have seen both of them. I'm trying to think too. The car guy in me likes Talladega because he was kind of more the lead in that, and I liked that.
He had the
But
job.
there's so many good one-liners in all of them. But I might go with Talladega. I might go with
Hold up,
Talladega.
heads. How many?
Yeah, I'm going Talladega Nights, man. By a nut hair though. By a nut
You
hair.
can't put the nut hair on the drums. Come on now.
Oh man.
That's close.
Slapped his nut on the drum set.
What about 40-Year-Old Virgin?
That's pretty good.
That was my shit.
What about
That whole clan, those are like my
now?
peoples.
Is that the same clan as Seth Rogen and them?
Yeah.
That
Those
fool-
are my peoples.
Do you like Joe Rogan? Do you like Seth Rogen and Jonah Hill?
Yeah, those are my peoples.
I actually
too.
watched the Seth Rogen movie yesterday, The Interview. That was
Oh, and he's good with that other dude. What's the other dude's name?
that's
What's the other dude's name?
And he's smart as hell, by
what
the
is
way.
his name? He's got a brother that.
What's his name?
James
Look it up.
Franco or something?
Franco.
Yeah.
Franco.
Yeah. His brother's pretty. He's like okay. I
Yeah.
feel like he's okay.
He's not as good as his brother.
No. But I don't. Does he do comedy?
Yeah.
He's just not funny.
He's cool. He probably eat.
He was in like
I think what's the last thing I seen him
the movie Neighbors.
in?
with
Yeah,
Seth
yeah,
Rogen.
yeah. That's what it was. The Neighbors movie.
He's like the frat boy.
What about what's your favorite serious movie? That's not a comedy.
Drama ever? Oh God.
Ever. You're going deep. Yeah. We're trying to go.
Yeah.
Titanic.
I was gonna go Titanic because I didn't cry.
Wait.
I was gonna say Titanic. Really?
Yeah, I was
Society.
Titanic.
Actually, no. I've had a list of movies that are like my favorites. I remember when I was a kid, Menace to Society was my favorite movie of all time.
That's a comedy to me. I'm just kidding.
That's fucked up.
Oh, I was thinking you. I'm sorry. For a brief second, I thought we were talking about don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
No, he's not a racist, you guys. I'm telling you, he's not. I know he's not a racist, you guys.
That was funny as fuck. I'm so sorry.
No, but
Oh my God.
what about Pootie Tang?
I didn't get it.
I know he loves
You
Pootie
were talking
Tang.
about serious movies.
Wait, all right. How the fuck you?
Yeah, we got to get back to that.
He said Pootie Tang after he said serious.
There were some serious scenes in Pootie Tang. With Pootie Tang.
Kind of shell, my brother.
It was kind
okay.
of serious, my man.
Just a good ass film. And, let me see.
What about Crimson
Actually-
Tide?
Oh,
I've never seen that.
Oh, you ain't never seen that? Oh, if you fuck with Denzel, this might be his best film.
Yeah?
Him and Gene Hackman.
Nah, he can't be better than Remember the Titans.
I was gonna say Remember the
Remember
Titans.
Titans
was really
extremely
good.
good, man. Damn, that is good.
Actually,
I'm
I
not
remember. Y'all remember that movie Radio?
I do remember that.
Or
Actually,
Training Day? Training Day? I don't know.
no, that's what I'm saying. Like, but I think it's one of the movies that people don't know about, but it was
Yeah,
a
I haven't seen
killer.
that. You said Crimson what?
Crimson Tide. Him and Gene Hackman. It's a submarine movie.
I don't like Gene Hackman. I don't like that motherfucker.
Wait, how do you think of
I
feeling?
don't like him. I don't know.
He's like hates this guy. Man.
Yeah, why you like Gene
This
Hackman?
guy, man.
I don't like that guy.
Wait, is it like a bad movie you saw, or like he didn't say hi to you one day?
Fuck that guy.
He's old. I don't know. I don't remember. What was Gene Hackman in that I hated?
The Fan? Was that him in The Fan?
Wait,
with Wesley
Gene
Snipes?
Hackman in the one with there's some movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt where he might have been the husband. Is that who it was?
No way Gene Hackman played Jennifer Love Hewitt. No way. No way.
Hang on, let me see.
The Dark Knight. That was one of my goals back in the day.
Oh, Dark
Oh,
Knight.
Avatar. Let's not forget. Avatar is still, I think, the highest grossing movie of
Would you
all
say
time.
that's a drama?
Yeah.
Heartbreaker.
And it was just like,
Heartbreaker?
let's see what's the highest grossing movie of all time.
For what? All movies of all time?
I think it's still Avatar.
Avatar, I remember that shit was cold. It's coming up, supposed to be part 2, right?
Oh shit.
It's probably, I bet you it is Avatar. That's a good guess. It used to be Titanic for a hot minute.
Yeah.
But I can't, that can't be your first option though, man.
Nah, it
Titanic,
is.
I'm saying it's
It is Avatar,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good call.
followed by what's
Dark Knight.
number 2 and number 3. Number 3 has been mentioned multiple times so far at this encounter.
Okay.
But let's do
Highest
number
grossing?
2.
Number
Number 2 is
Dark Knight.
recent. I'll say that much. Recent enough.
Oh,
Recent
yeah,
enough.
let's think about
I'm
it.
gonna say Dark Knight for number 2.
He said
I said
multiple,
recent.
You said more recent.
but-
Okay. Damn.
Give you a little bit more.
highest grossing ever.
Can't be
Okay,
too
damn.
recent,
What-
'cause
what just
COVID
came
fucked
out?
everything up.
It had to- wait,
They
it
put
has to
out
be-
about 1,000 of these every year, it seems. It's related to.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Fast
about the character, like some cartoon shit.
Oh, like a Marvel film?
It's gonna be one of those. Those are the highest grossing
The
films.
Avengers
Yeah, the
Endgame
Avengers.
is
Yeah,
number
yeah.
2. I don't
Probably
know if that's
Endgame, right?
Marvel.
Is it Endgame?
Endgame. Followed by Titanic.
Followed by Titanic.
You ain't seen,
Yeah.
what about like any of the Marvel movies? You've never
Yeah.
seen a Marvel film?
Bro, I'm on that same shit. I don't like any. of
Wait,
these.
no, not like.
Love
He
it.
said he's never seen. You've never seen one?
Like,
Nah, I
challenge
probably
me with
seen
one that
it.
I should have
I've
seen.
seen one.
It has to be Marvel, right?
I don't know.
Any
The Hulk,
X-Men.
Iron Man, X-Men.
Iron Man.
Ooh, Iron Man, yes.
Okay,
that
yeah,
counts?
that's Marvel.
Yeah.
That's Marvel.
Okay, that doesn't seem like it counts.
That definitely
That's
counts.
like,
That's like the GOAT.
the number one
the
Marvel.
yeah.
That's like main
They
Marvel.
put all that money
Iron
into that
Man
one.
with what's his face?
Robert
Rob-
Downey.
Robert
Yeah,
Downey.
okay, I see
Yeah.
that. Just gotta fuck with him.
Yeah, he's dope. And you also just like cartoons and shit.
Yeah. but
Or
that wasn't really a
comic
cartoon,
books, I
was it?
mean. Comic books, I mean.
I don't like comic books.
Well, it's all comic related, so that
But,
yeah.
but it was like not animated at all, right?
No.
Okay, I'm making sure. I don't remember.
We're more so
being animated.
talking.
What about Transformers?
That was my shit for a little bit.
Would you consider that a drama?
It's all. What is the genre of
It's an
that?
action movie.
Science fiction.
Yeah, I would say action.
Yeah, it's action.
So can you have a drama movie with action?
yeah, you can have whatever you want.
So name a movie that has drama and action.
Save It Private Ryan.
Ooh.
Ooh, and that was a great movie. That shit, that made you feel something in your
What
soul.
about Forrest Gump?
I was gonna say
Forrest
Forrest Gump.
Gump.
Forrest Gump.
That's not action.
Wait,
Is
wait,
that
wait.
action?
No, I'm
quite
talking
an
about for
action
all
movie.
time.
Oh, all time.
So you know, I think we had this trivia before, but Forrest Gump, who was supposed to play Bubba?
Oh, I didn't know who was supposed to.
I'm gonna say
I don't know if we talked about this before. Somebody was supposed to act as Bubba before, but thought the role was racist.
I don't know.
oh, thought the role was racist. This was 90,
Yeah.
1990.
Will Smith.
1994, 1995. What if they had Will Smith?
Forrest
play
Whitaker.
Bubba? That would have been funny.
Kanye.
Kanye in 95.
I don't know.
It was
Forrest Whitaker.
was-
What's up, fool?
it was Dave Chappelle.
Really? Oh wow, that'd have been dope.
So
Nah,
was
he
gonna-
wouldn't have fit. I don't know. Dave Chappelle, he would
Nah, he would have fucked it up.
have. He would have been too funny. Yeah, he would have been.
Yeah, he'd have been way too funny.
Dave Chappelle's one of is he the funniest person who ever walked?
I don't think so. Not in my opinion.
Shit.
You know,
Not
who
in my
cracks
opinion.
me up, Sebastian Minute.
Yeah, yeah.
That guy.
He's from Arlington Heights,
I
too.
know. He cracks me up. God
He
damn.
just had a show here. I got to go see it. Actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was it good?
It was a gift.
Oh,
it
it's
was
at
a
the
gift.
UC, right?
but-
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was good.
That's dope,
He was funny. And yeah, he's local. That's like the first time I've ever been to like a big comedy show at the United Center.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was good. A fight broke out behind us, which kind of ruined the vibe for a little bit.
Oh, damn.
But, nah, it was
Damn.
fun.
place
He
to
was
fight.
good. He's interesting, and he's like clearly doing 2 nights at the United Center. That's a big.
Yeah.
Hell
that's a
yeah.
big
Actually,
time.
He's big
I
time.
went to I seen Kevin Hart one of his last comedy specials, not the latest one, but We went and it was like 3 nights sold out at the United Center type of
saw
shit.
that too.
Yeah, like
Couple years back, right?
Yeah. My mom and I, we actually go to a lot of comedy shows. She's actually about to go see Mike Epps in a couple months too.
I've never been to a big one. I've only been to
I
like a
love
Like
those,
an
man.
old,
It's so fucking
crazy
funny.
intro and like
It's great. It's a really good performance, live performance art.
What about Jim Gaffigan?
Ooh,
He's actually, I think he's. Do you know who Jim Gaffigan is?
It's ringing a bell. I'm going to pull up his
Here,
picture.
let me show you. Yeah, Jim Gaffigan, and he like doesn't swear. He's like wholesome comedy.
Oh, yeah, I know. I know this guy.
He's hilarious.
That's not like
He's wholesome. Something tells me about this guy's
Jim
face. He
Gaffigan.
does not.
No, look at this.
He's going to say some shit.
That dude.
Oh, yeah, I know him from something.
he's actually
like
no.
Alan
I saw
Brennan.
when his stand-ups one of the funniest. He has one of the. Does he have like 5 kids or some shit? Or 6
He
kids?
does have a bunch of kids. That's like
He
part
has
of
one of the funniest stand-ups I've
Yes.
ever seen in my life, and I saw it a couple years back. Yes, I was like, this is the purest,
He
like
was talking-
greatest shit I've ever heard.
Yeah, I'm not gonna fuck
I
his joke
forgot
up.
about him.
He has a bit about McDonald's that, and you're gonna be like, damn, and it's gonna be funny as hell,
No,
and you're gonna
he's
be able to
good.
relate.
I gotta Google
He's
good.
Yeah,
McDonald's skit.
yes,
He's very
No,
good.
actually all his shit. I promise you. And,
No, I watched this shit.
and
I'm
it's
like, yeah,
it's
this
like
is-
it's wholesome too.
This is date night material type shit, and I can just fuck around with.
Remember
with the guys.
Sinbad? Did you ever like
Nah,
Sinbad?
I never liked Sinbad at all.
I actually did. I like Sinbad.
Oh,
I
what-
bet you did.
He used to, his
all the way.
movies were dope.
Take it
Yeah,
all the way, baby.
yeah. Sinbad was like a whole. Why you like Sinbad? He's like a nice guy.
Nah, man.
Did you like Sinbad?
My favorite movie was Don't Be a Menace in the 90s. I couldn't handle Sinbad.
Yeah, see, I thought you were talking about Don't Be a Menace in South Central.
Yeah.
Hood.
But you fuck with
What about
Sinbad.
Tyler? Did you like Sinbad?
I got to pull it up. It's not ringing any bells.
Sinbad is like, maybe he was on Different Strokes.
Yeah,
Did you ever see Different Strokes?
yeah.
I feel like I've seen it. It's a long
I haven't
time
seen
ago.
this
Like
guy's face in a
90s,
long
yeah,
time.
right. What?
I haven't seen this guy's face in a long time, no.
Yeah, he used to be like in movies like in like what, the late 90s?
Yeah,
Damn,
mid 90s.
But he's like, he's one of the,
He was in Good Burger.
Oh, yeah.
He had a scene in Good Burger. Yeah.
yeah, he was the, did you like Good Burger?
Yes, that was a classic.
Damn, well, better like Good Burger.
Have you seen, over under?
I like how we get
15
into
times.
this.
Over. I watched it like a week ago.
You watched it?
Yeah, like Mondo Burger, you know, coming to town. It's like, welcome to the Good Burger, home of the
Yeah,
Good
yeah,
Burger.
right
Can I
there,
take
take your order.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
that
just
conversation.
dope.
That movie's my shit.
Over under 15.
Oh, yeah, I'm probably over. I mean, I watched it a lot as a kid and shit.
Have you seen Good Burger? Don't tell me you ain't seen Good Burger.
No, I've seen Good Burger, but that's like, that came out, I was
hot
probably
minute
a
ago.
baby. Like,
It was,
that's an old, I'll look it up.
It's like 90.
what do you-
I don't even know, 95, 96. Keenan and Kel, all that era.
97.
97, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
a
that came in
long
97.
time.
We some old, 97?
Yeah, Good Burger, that was my shit.
That's crazy. I would
But
have
you know what I
never
look
guessed
at?
that.
But you know what I look at though? I like what we're talking about though, because these are all people who really just went after whatever the fuck that they were gonna go after. You know what I'm saying? So I look at people like, let's say, a Good Burger and shit, and I look at Keenan right now, like he's been killing SNL. He's like literally a legend in SNL, and just to
how long
see,
has he been there? 20 years?
you know,
He's
like
been
one of
there
the
for a
longest
minute,
running, and that
right.
doesn't
Oh,
happen.
for sure. He's got to have the most episodes.
Yeah, I
of
think
all
he has
time.
the most now. Like he's a GOAT now in
Yeah.
that space. But look where he started, like Good Burger, Nickelodeon, and just look at he and Nick Cannon and that type of grind. And I just love to see the story of a person.
Did you watch their
actual
show?
grind.
Him and they were before the movie.
Which one? The
Good Burger,
Kenan-
like Keenan and Kel. That
yeah, I watched
show.
Kenan. I used to watch Kenan and Kel. They had Coolio with the. Yeah, they had all that shit. That was my shit.
I
I'm a
watched
child
it.
of the 90s.
Did you
boy.
ever watch Full House?
Nah, I didn't. Yo, actually, I did watch Full House.
I
No,
used to
did
love
watch
Full House.
I watched Full House.
What about? Did you watch Full House?
Yeah, I watched it a little bit. Wasn't my favorite.
He ain't give a fuck.
I like Family Matters.
Family Matters
He's
is
trying
real
not to
good.
look so white right now.
Right.
Family Matters was dope, and it was. And you know what's dope about Family Matters? It gave like black people like a good look.
Yeah.
It was like a good wholesome family.
your
The
family
dude was
matters?
a cop. That's what I'm saying. It was. You didn't see a ton of those,
No, I was a legit family. They were a good family.
and everyone fucked with him. You know, I feel like they transcended that. Everyone kind of fucked with it. It was a show for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What about the Cosby Show? That's probably a touchy subject.
I knew this was going to.
Bill Cosby. Do you like Bill Cosby?
The question
Love
is,
him.
Actually,
innocent or guilty?
innocent or guilty. Hold on, is that the question we're about to say right now?
What the hell
That's
is
the
that?
topic.
Is that like a thing? You can just say innocent or guilty
Right,
ahead
I'm about
of
to say,
time.
that
Or
what we're
like,
about to do?
Is he guilty or is he innocent?
So you asking me like my personal opinion?
Yeah. You think early on we were talking, you thought he might have been set up. Like, you know.
Hey, you know he's not in jail right now. They had to let him out.
because of
They had to
COVID.
let him out. or
Yeah, like because there was some bullshit. There was some bullshit.
Wait, no.
He's not in jail right now.
But why did he?
He slid someone at 20, you know?
No.
Well, I will say I did like Fat Albert a lot. The movie with
What about
Kenan
the Cosby?
Thompson.
Did you like the Cosby Show?
I didn't really watch it. That was kind of before my time a little bit though.
Damn, I'm the old nigga. Did you watch a Cosby Show ever?
Like,
I watched it, but it was before my time to really get into it.
Yeah, I didn't love it either.
Oh man, I used to. I don't know why I watched that shit, but I did.
I mean, it was a good show. It was one of the best shows.
What
in the
about
80s.
Sesame Street? I know before I didn't watch that.
I think I watched it. I don't remember it all, but I watched it. Yeah.
What about? Did you watch PBS?
No.
Or no. What was Channel 11?
PBS or WTTW?
No, it was like
some shit that.
WTTW. So sick
I
of
think it
hearing
was
that.
PBS still.
How about this? Hey, the Three Stooges.
Now, actually, I used to watch that religiously. Black and white TV was my shit when I was a kid.
All right, let's see if you really know.
Frankenstein.
When did it come on?
I don't know that. Oh, what time did it come on?
No,
About 2 o'clock in the morning?
What day did it come on?
I don't know that. I don't remember that.
I know it.
Did you
Actually, every
you-
night.
I don't even know.
No, I used to watch that shit every night.
Yeah, he definitely wasn't.
No, that shit coming on every night, Nick at Night. Oh, like
That's right. I
we
bet
had
you it's
Three
probably
Stooges,
on. I bet you it's
Frankenstein.
on right now.
I don't know if it's on right now, but when I was a kid, it was on Nick at Night.
Three Stooges was hilarious. I
Yeah,
thought.
that was
like
my
a movie?
shit.
I think I've seen it, but I don't know if I.
I don't think I've seen it.
Didn't hit right.
I mean, no, it didn't hit right. I feel like the show was good though. The show was really good.
Yeah, I like the Three Stooges.
But it
Little
came on
Rascals,
Sunday
all that.
nights.
Did it?
I remember that. It came on Sunday nights late, and I used to beg to stay up.
To watch the
Like back in the 60s.
That shit was even before then.
But it was like hella reruns. Okay, like I'm not that old where all my TV was black and white. It was one show. Actually, it was two because I watched I Love Lucy.
I was about to
too.
say, I Love Lucy, all that
Did
shit.
your TVs when you had to like change the channel, there was like a little laser beam that like went
Yeah.
around and like got stuck on the channel?
There were some cars that did that too, like or 8-tracks.
I don't know about that.
Nah, I didn't do the 8-tracks thing.
You ever? What about record players? Y'all fuck with record players?
Yeah, we never.
What about a Discman?
Yeah, he threw it out some shit.
I went to the other day. I went to Best Buy and they had all this shit, like all these artifacts, like on their counter, like
Like
they
retro?
were selling them, but just like, and then like you'd see like the kids in front of you, like, what the hell is that thing? Like, oh, that's a TV.
That's what.
Yeah, think about that. There's some kids that only know the iPhone screen.
They don't even know what the fuck that is. Yeah, like you show them an old TV, they're like, the hell is that? Yeah.
Now, this kind of brings me to an excellent point, and I know we're wrapping up soon. New school versus the old school. Technology, the screen versus we used to go outside and play. Do you think our generation, and would you say you're below that generation? Have you only known the internet?
No, I feel like I grew up.
How old are you?
I'm 27. So I grew up at a good point. Like,
you
so
ain't that ridiculous.
I still had to like play outside as a kid and stuff. And the internet was like, I remember dial up and that shit.
Okay,
I
yeah.
remember like the gaming systems before back when the graphics were in like 144p,
Yeah.
and it was. I remember that. But
Did you do chat rooms?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah, like AIM, right?
Yeah.
That.
I used to love that shit.
Damn, I'm surprised that was still around when you were a kid. I don't know why. I feel
Yeah. No, I'm telling you, I'm not. Come on, give me.
Come on now.
Did you do chat
Look
rooms?
at this thing. Nah, I didn't do chat rooms.
What'd you do?
Yeah, what the fuck
On the internet?
What you do?
Yeah.
You didn't have no girlfriend,
Porn.
huh?
What you talking about? I was dial up for 30 seconds of porn. What do you mean?
I got my porn via VHS.
Oh, that's because that granddaddy had that one now.
Hey, one time.
Where'd
hey,
you get that?
Wait,
Where'd you have to go?
I don't even.
You
I
go
think a
some
buddy of
back
mine was like,
alley?
"Here you go. Yeah,
take this.
It was definitely like. I'll never forget. So one day, I thought I had the game figured out.
Never had. That's how all horrible stories start.
I had the game figured out, and I'm just in there, bop, 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 right in the living room. But I always knew I was in there. Sometimes I go at it. But I'd be good too. No one would be home. I was in there comfortable.
Great.
I was comfortable. And then I wouldn't know she ain't home. And then I'd take it out, and I would always take the tape out. But then I got kind of cocky. Then I just started leaving the tape in that bitch. Because I'm like, she never goes in there ever. For like years. One day I went, I'm like, oh, my tape, I'm about to get in there, I'm about to get it in. No tape. And I've never talked, even to this day, I've never talked to her about it. So if you seeing this, we got to talk about
Call
what the
her
hell
up.
that tape is.
Get her on the line.
Because we never talked about that.
Was it like hardcore or was it like some
No,
soft shit?
no. This was, yeah. This was good.
penetration.
This
I don't
was
even
good.
think they made hardcore stuff back in the day, dude. I feel
know.
like
They-
vintage porn is.
No, they
shit.
made. No, they.
He's like, no, I know they for sure did.
They were some nasty Benita K. Them all of them.
Yeah, I thought it was all low key. Yeah, just
some nasty
no,
motherfuckers.
it's
No, that was the TV shit that they had on HBO that was softcore.
Yeah,
No, they
Richard
were
Diaries.
fucking back in the day.
I like that shit too. HBO.
You
or
had to do what you had to do.
Skinamax.
Yeah, you had to do what you had to do.
like
What was
Skinamax?
that? Cab confession, taxi cab
Oh,
confessions and
love
shit like
that
that.
shit.
Oh, that shit was trash.
What was Real Sex?
Real sex. Oh my
I know
god.
you're watching Real Sex.
Yeah,
We all
but
got
that wasn't didn't give
But
you
you
that
can
kind of
catch,
content.
yeah, but you can catch a scene every now and again. You catch a
You have to
scene.
do what you have to do. Is what I'm saying.
Sometimes I catch a scene.
Yeah, you
I say,
catch a
wait,
scene.
hold on, let me get that
I
one.
remember I used to get in some trouble because I would take like an existing family tape and I'd record my shit, and then I'd forget which is which.
It's like little Timmy being born, and then oh shit, that's a different tape. Same shit, different tape.
Oh hell yeah! You're at the family recital. It's like,
How ignorant
actually,
of you.
I'll make you a bet right now. If you could find a VHS player, maybe my parents have one. We can go down to their basement, and I could find like a sleeve of like 10 videos, and one of them is gonna have some crazy shit in the middle of it.
Okay, I would see that. I know porn.
Oh my god.
Wait, well, can we talk about your ass? Your like.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because I remember he got like his personal favorite porn star's mold of the ass.
Oh.
But here's how he explained it to me. He was like, Chris. Hey. My bad for interrupting the podcast, but I gotta throw a little bit of love to CARESNONE.com. You can go in there and get links to the social medias. You got your Instagrams, you got your TikToks, you got your YouTubes, you got all kind of stuff on there. You got links to the wing review. You got links to the audio and video version of the podcast. All kind of stuff on there. And most importantly to me, which is very important to me, is you get your merchandise on there. You can get you a B-Dope shirt just like this. Join the movement. There's a lot of people joining this movement right now. You should be a part of it. And I would really appreciate if you'd be a part of it. This serves as a daily reminder to be the best version of yourself and not give a damn about what these other people think about what it is that you want to do to be the best version of yourself. And for the people watching this right now, use promo code PODCAST and you'll get 20% off your order right now. Right now. For all the people who are watching the podcast, you get 20% off right now. Promo code PODCAST. Thank you. See you next time. Now back to the podcast. Think about the best nut you ever had in your life. And I was like, oh, okay. And I was like, hold on.
And that's a serious question.
Wait,
He's
he
got
literally
a
asked
moment.
me-
He's like, yeah, that was it.
We
That
paused.
was it.
We
Everybody has
paused.
that one.
And I said, let me think about it. And I was like, all right, I got it. He goes, times 10. And I'm like, what? I'm like, I can't get that. I don't got the discipline.
Or
for that.
I think about it worded like this: like, okay, think about the nut that you bust, the one that was the GOAT. Now think about that every single time.
That's what it was more. That's what he said. That's what it was. He said not 10 times, but your favorite nut every day.
It's worth every penny.
Wow. Like, how does it work? They molded.
Yeah, I mean, look, this is the way I look at it. Like, first of all, we have to get over the stigma of guys and sex toys because girls been going crazy. Girls been having a yay old time.
We talking about this. Wait, girls are so ridiculous.
Man.
They judge us for our doll, our blow up doll,
Yeah.
right, underneath the bed,
Yeah.
when they got literally a severed penis.
I think we more so judging
Wait, at least
us.
we have companionship. We want to we want to be with the thing, and y'all just we don't need the thing. We just need the part.
All right.
That's fucked up.
Well, shit, we just need to ask because that's all I got.
Wow, I didn't know.
So I can't talk. But no, it's just like a mold. They actually make like silicone stuff and whatnot. So yeah, but it's cool.
But it's like an actual mold.
Yeah, it's a mold.
And
Nice
then
little
like
masturbator.
true to size.
Yeah, true to size.
Okay.
So I could probably find me a nice.
Pop, pop.
And
It's funny.
it feels
It's
like
funny
a pop
too because it's funny to have girls over there like, oh my god, this is so cool. And
Oh,
they
it's
play
like
with
a
it and stuff.
centerpiece.
Honestly, I wish I could just put it on my desk and have it as a piece.
To be honest, that's probably smart.
You should bring it next time.
Let me tell you
It's
why.
actually beautiful, and I'm just telling you
That's
like the
what I'm
body
saying.
and stuff.
Right,
I'm
right.
not really crazy about the body and stuff because I'm a model and shit. So like I'm naked half the day anyway. So, it's
But
like
I'm
different
saying
for
like
me.
if you just had a pair of boobs,
yeah, I think that shit. Is
I
dope.
think everyone could benefit, including women. If you
benefit
just
from a
had
pair
the
of
fucking
titties.
pair of titties and it, like just on your desk and everyone just get to feel them as you walk past, wouldn't that brighten your day every day?
That's what they say. Yeah.
I'm
I
dead
agree.
time. Would you agree with that?
No comment.
Yeah, he's staying off. He's trying to stay off.
That was dope.
But it don't gotta be. It could just be like a, you know. I think, is it fair to say that everyone on the planet likes boobs?
I don't think you can say it's safe to say that. No.
So do you think there's people on the planet that are like
There's
ew.
definitely people that don't like boobs.
I'm sure.
My mom does not like boobs.
No, how about this? I'm talking about no. Maybe you're looking at it different. Not like I'm into it, but like you can appreciate it.
Some titties.
I think okay, that's better. That's the better word.
You can appreciate
Excuse
a nice
me.
body.
You don't got to be sexual. My fault. That's my fault. Everyone on Earth can appreciate a nice
Oh
rack.
yeah. Okay, yeah. I think so.
Right?
You might
Like,
get
oh, that's a
stoned
nice-
for having a nice rack in some places.
Yeah.
Damn, imagine that. Imagine you're just born and you got to get stoned. Imagine that.
Yeah, we got.
But that's a lot of people's reality though in life. You don't necessarily got to get stoned. People still getting stoned, nigga.
Do they?
D just said it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure people get
I think
stoned.
it's probably
Yeah, it still gets
not
stoned.
around
Like where it's
here.
like
Not
a
everybody
thing?
has machine gun.
Like
guys.
people like stoned.
Not everybody has machine gun. No, actually, you put somebody in the ground and you hit them like with just their head, and you and
Like
then
on
you
some
stone the shit out of
who,
them.
in the Bible. What happened? Who was that in the Bible that happened to?
yeah,
who didn't that happen
I
to?
think it's like mostly a dead thing at this point.
Yeah,
but
like-
I think
like-
in probably some out there countries, people get stoned. Maybe not. I'd like to think not, just because they're like your boobs are too perfect.
Right, right. Let's round the conversation.
Are people still getting crucified? Is that a thing? Like, do people? Is that a dead art?
I think so.
I mean, if people still stoned, then they probably still using the crucifix.
Well, the Romans use the crucifix specifically. So the Romans, no, they're not. I don't think.
Wait, because real talk, Jesus, if I'm not mistaken, according to that book, he wasn't the only one getting crucified.
No, that was just the way the Romans. That was the Roman system.
When did it stop?
I don't know when it stopped. but
Tom, could you please let us know
when the crucifixion stopped?
Yeah, no, you're gonna get.
When the crucifixion
I would like to know
Googling
that
it.
because do you think it was in the 1900s?
I think
It says 4th century A.D. So
So I'm sorry, maybe I'm an idiot. I don't know what the hell that means.
It's the
After death, but right?
So that's like 500.
Yeah.
That's 500 AD. So that's 500. Like we're in
So we're in
2021 AD.
2000, so 15
A
years ago.
long ass time ago.
Yeah, that's 2,000 years ago.
Do y'all believe that all that stuff existed back then? Also conspiracy shit, history.
History existed.
Yeah.
I don't understand the question.
Do you believe that history
You
existed?
guys believe that there's been stuff before
mean,
this moment right now. You know?
Have you been there before? No, but think about that. Think about that. That no, think about this. This is crazy. That people have been around for like hundreds of thousands of years or some shit, right? You would know this is like this is your MO. As a matter of fact, tell us about what. Yeah, shout out to Pretty Cool Apes.
Apes, this is Neanderthal. Neanderthal, I'm gonna call it.
So right before we end it, give us a quick synopsis of what it is that Pretty Cool Apes is all about.
So Pretty Cool Apes is pretty much just a way in which I'm gonna allow the human origin stories to be told, and this is just pretty much my fictional version, my fictional version of how things came about with us wearing clothes. So I'm have 4 different characters that I'm introducing: Homo erectus, Neanderthal, the newest species that they just discovered back in September, which is Homo longi in Asia, and then of course us, Homo sapiens. And just to kind of put stories into our heads about our origins and just get us used to looking at ourselves 100,000 years ago. And getting used to, like, we've been here a long time and we've been using this earth a long time and just creating fun stories out of it. And, you know, as an anthropologist, as a visual anthropologist, I just try to use comic books, NFTs, and things like that to get that message across. But at the same time, with clothing, I sell only sustainable clothing. So as I'm teaching you about the origin of clothing, I'm also teaching in the future about how we should treat clothing. This is how we had to get it before, but this is now how we can also get it going forward and change the textile industry and make it a little better. So that's kind of my movement for it.
The thing that's dope about being around you and you knowing that whole game of back in the day is that realizing that we're not that different from then now.
No, not at all. Our brain is
And as a
literally
matter of
the
fact,
same.
to kind of tie this all up about the habits, the reason why we have certain desires is for things that we had back in the day, but we live in a world where we don't need to do that. For instance, the reason why we tend to overeat is because it's psychology. It's in us from hundreds of thousands of years of programming that you might not get that buffalo, so you need to eat it.
Absolutely.
But now we can just we don't even gotta go nowhere. You just go on your phone and get Uber Eats and it comes to you. but we still have these urges. So we still have a lot of these same urges that have always been the same urges.
Right.
You were talking about not even urges, imagination. So like the imagination isn't better or worse from back then. It's the exact same thing.
Exact same thing. We just have the technology, the built technology through history that we can now document because we've written it. But before we couldn't before. I mean, yeah, did I say that right? We couldn't write it before in that way to pass it on. But now we do. So now we understand the history. But, the 100,000 years ago, that's kind of hard for people to understand. But we still have so many things that we've left behind. I think that's just a cool story to bring to the front. I'm not trying to make it too serious or anything, but it's just something that I was always interested in. And I just want to, bring it to the front.
And hold on. But when you start to notice life in that perspective, because then it's easier for me to see my own things, because I'm like, oh, that's just an urge.
Yeah.
And now, and going back to the book before we tie this up, you start to realize that your habits, you can start to see them. Mm-hmm. And then you see the cues, and you're like, okay, that's what brings it up. So what's been helping me is every time I feel an urge to do something I know I shouldn't do, I'll just call it out loud wherever I'm at, just so I'm aware, like I'm calling it out loud, and that just brings it to its attention. So then now if I make a decision, I am consciously making a decision. And I ain't gonna say I'm not gonna not make it every time, but now you are aware, okay, at least I'm aware of what I'm doing. But since this book, it's been easier for me to be like, oh, you're not really hungry right now.
Yeah.
Right.
You thought you was hungry because of the cue and the reward and the response, so you've programmed yourself to think whenever you have this feeling, food helps you get out of it.
Right.
But it's like that now, so I'm aware of it, number one, which is key.
And awareness is the
it's
number
like
one thing.
just knowing
want.
that it's a fucking, like, oh, it's there. And then two, asking myself the question, is this a vote for the person that I want to become? Or the person, and now I'm telling you, and it's been easier to win more of those battles. Mm-hmm. Because I'm like, oh, man, because I really don't want it. To go back to what we talked to before. But Steve, thank you for coming on the show, man.
Yeah, my boy.
Anytime.
I know.
Because like I always say, truth be told, he was supposed to be the host.
Yeah, he's supposed to be the co-host. Yeah, Steve.
Because me and this fool do this every Sunday.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But we also have been talking about like our conversations and shit, and
always
it's a good
flows.
Setup to have more.
Yeah, this is our first 3-way, four-way shit.
Yeah, and then
Nice
Tom,
setup,
Tom, I appreciate you.
He's the goat.
I will see you going forward. You stand. This is the thing. I appreciate. I feel good in the situation.
Oh yeah.
I know typically the podcast is more geared towards self-development / entrepreneurship lately, but at the end of the day, we're gonna talk about what the fuck we
We'll
want to
talk
talk
about whatever.
We'll talk about butts.
This is just
childhood porn.
Yeah. I tried to switch it up a little bit today.
Yeah, no, it's cool.
But we
though.
also got. I hope y'all got a little bit of game. We threw some game in there.
Oh yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. Getting into what we like to watch, best movies, best actors. That was cool.
Right.
Yeah, and it's all inspirational. I like that we get into that shit. I actually, before we wrap up, even to tie that shit all together, I actually take a lot from people who've done shit like that, like actors and things like that, because it's super inspirational to see somebody's full career, like journey, like a Denzel. To really watch somebody try to perfect their craft is inspirational when you're really trying to get on your shit.
You're
Like,
in that game, yeah.
so that stuff is still very relevant. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to people who
Because
really
like
just
you
go
always
for
say,
shit.
it's all just stories.
Yeah, it's all just stories that you're training your brain to look at. If you're looking at greatness happen, I applaud you. Look at greatness, but then apply it. It's all about application.
And that's the hard part, right?
Yeah.
Where can they find you really quick?
prettycoolapes.com. And support your boy. It's been a pretty cool journey. I'm really 2022. I really want to focus on extending my hand out to people. I really want to just gravitate towards the community building, like really, like focusing on delegation and community building. How can I help you? How can I put my energy towards whatever you're doing? And I want to just really reach out to people in that way. So prettycoolapes.com. Support me. I support you. Let's keep it moving.
That's
Good enough. Steve, I know you don't care, right?
what about
Steve, you ain't got shit going on, huh? But I don't know
I
what
just
we
know, like, I was like,
promote.
where can they find it? He don't really care about where can they
social
find
media,
you. Yeah, he don't really care.
That's my boy.
Wait. Any final words?
Do I have any final words?
Do you have some final words?
Is this a new segment where I try to?
Now I want to see.
Final words.
Yeah, give me a quick 2 sentences. How about this? We should do this going forward. Leave with one piece of advice for people.
That's cool.
There you go. Going
That would
forward.
be cool if I knew that going into this.
Yeah. What's the one?
I mean, I'd always go to
better question.
Okay.
Better
All
question.
right, reset.
No, better
I was
question.
already
Reset.
there,
I can
but-
make it easy. what is the best piece of advice you've ever heard?
The best piece of advice I've ever heard.
He's putting all these like serious questions on you, just like.
But that's how I am.
2
man.
seconds on the
He's
clock.
a very.
What do you got?
You gotta know this guy.
Yeah, that's me. I ask deep, vicious ass questions.
Yeah, God, that's deep.
I don't know what the. I don't know.
Best
What
piece of advice.
Yeah, or how about the one that just stands
I don't
out?
know that I'd be able to say advice. I like the previous question more about,
You can answer whatever you want.
Yeah,
all right?
answer your question. Then.
Just say a good line and we'll wrap this
Well,
up.
I don't even, what was the question?
I don't know how you word it exactly, but where I was going to go with it is the whole,
If you can give a piece of advice.
Yeah, with cares none, the message behind that, I do feel it's very important to live your life the way that you want to live it, not the way that other people want to live it. I think that is your brand, that is your message, and I love it. And I think that it's something that a lot of people suffer with, and you struggle with trying to keep up with the Joneses when just it's all about what makes you happy, and everybody's different. So I really think that's
That's what's up. That's what's up.
That's a good way. That's like Steve.
That's my brother. I fuck with this nigga. We be having those every Sunday. Deep shit. Hey, Tom, where can they find you?
At Innovadigitalgroup on Instagram, but also ChicagoPodcastStudio, which is what we're in right now. So check me out there. But I appreciate you being on the show.
Absolutely.
Thank you, brother. And as always,
Yeah.
cares none.
Yeah.